Give you an idea of what the deal was?
Huh?
He just didn't like the
No, he
dollar
said
amount?
if he would have been here in North Carolina, he would have stayed here and do it.
Sure.
But he don't want to drive all the way to. He put the address, I guess.
Yeah, it's...
And remember, he lives in El
miles.
Paso, Texas.
Yeah.
So he's about 2,500 miles from there.
Yeah, he's a long way from home.
Yeah, well, he don't mind here.
No.
He just mind like colder than this and then far away.
I hear that.
It's the same.
Same weather?
The same weather.
Yeah, it's the same temperatures.
Driving, I guess.
It is a long ways from here.
He wouldn't mind.
The latter, I think, is what.
It's like us, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna consider there, but there's a lot of just driving. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is right in the center of the country, smack dab in the middle. It's like the melting pot. It's almost like the geographical center of the United States is Kansas City. So there's all types of people there. All right, one revolution around, and then right in the middle on the right, I'll grab it with my thumb, and I'll make my cut just like maybe a quarter to a half inch after where my thumb sits. Clean off all this stuff.
It's good as dry, huh? They
Yeah.
all dry?
Yeah, it's just got that little bit of gel on it.
That's it?
That's it. And I just use my fingers to
Just
wipe
the
it
normal
on.
one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not greasy like.
No, it's just like silicone versus
Sweet.
whatever that D-gel stuff you need
Yeah.
D-gel for. You don't need that for this. Okay. Yeah, when I did this, I did it kind of like you guys did. I did the ladder work, and I had a guy doing NIUs for me. So when I really wanted to make big money, if they had a lot of work to do, that's how you make the big money, is you have a two-man crew. If you can get like a system worked out to make it efficient,
It's better like that, man.
it always seems to be better.
Two is better than one, always.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready to
Form
share a little
surgery.
bit and be more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
and be safer.
I feel like this one needs to be...
Sometimes, man, you want to spot that you're not in a safe spot. But when they see two,
You got a
they
extra
think
pair of
about
hands
it.
on the ladder too.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes if the ladder's on a sketchy spot and you have someone holding it just to make it a
You
little more
feel
stable.
safer.
You feel safer, and it can make it a
Mentally,
little more
you
stable,
also-
but
exactly.
it's more just
If
like...
you didn't need anything, and
Let's try that again. That was a bad cleave. I could tell just by looking at it. I've gone through a lot of cleavers this year.
yeah, we did too. Believe
They
me.
are a dime
This
a
summer.
dozen. You can rotate the blade sometimes on them and it'll help, but sometimes
It's
they
just
just...
30.
Yeah, this one's doing pretty good so far.
That's the same brand that does the.
It's like a Fujikura. It's like the knockoff brand. It's not as expensive.
How much you pay for
It was like 50.
50?
Yeah, it was 50 bucks. There was other ones that were really similar to this model, but they were like 30 bucks. I can't remember if they were a different brand. But I was like, I'm gonna go right in the middle, because the other ones I've been buying that were cheaper, they just crap out on me. They do good for a month at most, and then they just stop.
That lasts you a year. Depends on the.
If you're lucky. This one, I had one just like it that lasted the longest out of any one I've ever owned. It's sitting in the minefield of my tool bag.
That's a nice machine.
It's old. It's been attacked by crazy old ladies
It's
that...
a fusion.
Yeah, it's core alignment too, so
It's
the
a core
burns
alignment.
are always good. I've never had a bad burn since I've owned this thing. I can tell it's cold because I can hear it actually make that sound. When this machine's cold, it doesn't work as well. Yeah, I made the mistake of leaving it out in the truck one night. Forgot about it, and it got really cold that night. I came out and the thing was like an ice brick.
You should have took that out.
That was a terrible, terrible idea.
You should take the splicer out every night.
You got to keep that thing warm because it will
Yes.
not operate well if it's cold. They never do. It'll warm up a little bit today. It's supposed to warm up at like another 20 degrees yet. So it'll be nice
It's
midday.
in the case, you know. It's got something.
Yeah,
too, so-
it's protected.
Yeah.
They insulate those cases pretty well too.
Yeah.
Okay, so while it heats, I just grab all my crap and get it ready. Sorry, I'm not giving you the best view here.
No, sorry.
Yeah, the NIUs are pretty simple, especially if you have one of these tables. You don't have to splice with your machine around your neck. A lot of the guys will
Yeah, this
just
is-
put a machine around their neck
this
and
is-
splice. Me, I like being hands-free. All right. And we'll put those. I always go around the outside pegs. Some guys use the inside kind of like this, where it's a shortcut. There's no point to doing that. It looks worse. It just leaves more for the installers to have in their way. And they don't like using tape, so I'll put a zip tie on the right to hold it in place. If you can see it there.
Oh, okay, I see it.
That's just to hold the blue tube in place.
Yep.
I got one more of these to do after this, and then we can hit the next nap. Thread it behind the drop. Put it in the blue shrink sleeve holder there. Holds it in place. And then we're just threading everything behind everything else. That's the way the installers like it, so they don't have a chance to catch anything and break anything. Voila. And we'll put the drop, you don't have to do this. This is just my personal touch. I put it behind the little gasket, I guess, if you want to call it that. Hide it.
Nice.
And I'll put that bended hair so it can just slip right over real easily.
Nice. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I cut that one a little short because of my first cleave. So you can see it's a little bit short, but it's close enough that they won't care.
And then you just label it.
Mm-hmm. Get the orange guy, make it a loop. I always make the loop with the orange in case they ever need to use the spare, which they don't ever. Oftentimes they tell us. Yeah, oftentimes they'll tell us if the blue doesn't work, rerun the drop. It's like, well,
Silicone in there?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
They like to see the silicone covering the holes in the gaskets before they brought in the tracer and the drop. Okay, let's label it real quick. This one was 03, 5803 Sentinel. And then the NAP ID on the bottom. 5B16. That's all I can put now because they have yet to give me assignments.
Okay, so that number's like the...
This is the HUT RDU110H.
okay.
This is the LCP 035B. And the NAP ID that I just did was NAP16. So AFN is just NAP.
Okay, so all you're missing there is the assignment.
Yep, port, fiber, splitter.
All right.
That's
all
it.